Creighton Wilbanks has always been blessed with natural athletic ability, and from a young age, he was confident in those abilities.
The first time I met Creighton was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. We were attending tryouts, and I'd never laid eyes on the gentleman before. And I remember he walked across the field in a very confident, unassuming way, introduced himself to me, shook my hand, and told me that he looked forward to playing with me in the coming season. Had automatically assumed he was going to make the team, et cetera. But I remember commenting to some of my assistant coaches that I was impressed with how he handled himself.
I kind of assumed the fact that I was going to be on the team, and I think it was part of me that was confident. The other part was I was already trying to assume like a leader position on the team and try to be that guy from day one.
He started as a soccer tot 14 years ago and took to the game, playing rec leagues before joining Covington FC, where his athleticism was apparent.
I've always been a really competitive person, and so that was like kind of the first thing that I really took on and I started to do. Obviously, other sports weren't till later. Soccer's the first thing I started playing, and I found the love for it pretty early on, and I probably like competitive. Once I lost a little bit of weight, I lost a little bit the puberty weight, I figured I was pretty good, so I just kept kind of rolling with it.
He is, he's fast. And not only is he fast, he's a handful in the sense that he's got good muscle mass. He can easily ride through the first tackle, if you will, kind of the equivalent of a football player. He rarely goes down on the first tackle, so he does a really good job on through balls. Puts a lot of pressure on defenses because of his pace.
We did pretty good. Won a few pretty big tournaments. We competed in President's Cup about like 2 years ago. We lost in the third round, I believe. But yeah, we couldn't quite get over the hump. We tried, but I think we did pretty good.
That Covington success carried into his career at Mandeville High School, where he started on the freshman team but was on varsity by the end of that first year. A broken leg set him back, but he progressed forward, literally, starting at center back before moving to forward this year out of necessity, where he built both team and personal memories.
For me, either a goal against St. Paul's that we played this year. We had a lot of people there. It was a pretty fun game, pretty competitive with those guys usually. Or the goal I had in the first round of the playoffs. That was first goal of the game, kind of pushed us over the hump. That was pretty cool for me, but for the guys, making as far as we did this year, everybody said it was going to be a rebuilding year, and we weren't supposed to be as good as we were, and we came in as the 8th seed, I believe, and make it all the way to the quarters.
As you've seen in these profiles, the game of soccer opens the door to so many opportunities for players. In the case of Creighton Wilbanks, it opened the door to a different sport altogether.
It all started because of soccer. So I had obviously, like, my 8th grade year was a COVID year. So we came back from, we did all the safe start stuff, and the first day that I got there in middle school, they were like, hey, I heard you play soccer and you got a pretty big leg. Do you want to kick for us? And I was like, oh, I don't really know. I've never done it. And they were like, oh, don't worry, you don't have to get hit. I was like, okay.
It has worked out. This season he kicked a school record 53-yard field goal, and this fall he will kick at Southern Miss.
I'm very excited. Starting to train now. They got me on a workout program, and I'm just staying sharp every day. I'm excited to be at the next level. I think I compete from day one at the next level, and like they said, that they want me to come in and do that.
He is going to make Mandeville High, he's going to make Covington FC, he's going to make the Louisiana Soccer Association very proud. He's incredibly coachable. He's a great teammate. Knows his role and does it very, very well. Is going to be a star in the classroom as well.
What if kicking field goals had not been his path? Could he have been kicking soccer balls in college instead?
Absolutely. I mean, again, Mandeville aspires to play at the highest levels of high school soccer in Louisiana, and there's very, very few games, if any, when he's not the best athlete on the field. Now, is he necessarily per se been the best soccer player on the field? Sometimes, not all the time. But if he had focused exclusively on soccer, absolutely no doubt.
It's funny, my mom asked me that the other day, and she was talking to me about it. I think I could. I don't want to sound too confident, but I don't really know. Maybe I could have played college. It's a big what if. But
It's not a what if to your coach. Your coach was definitive that you could have played college soccer.
He has very high expectations for me.
The Star Wars fanatic hopes to eventually kick professionally. He just has to use the Force, literally.
When Creighton strikes a soccer ball on frame, it is a singular act of violence. It's obviously clearly understandable why he's going to be a Division I field goal kicker.
A D1 kicker whose soccer path helped lead him from the North Shore to Hattiesburg. In Mandeville, Louisiana, I'm Paul Boron.